Here at Alternate Reality, we have a first day sale, and in that first day sale, I pick 7 books, and I mark them at 40% off on the day they first come out. That's right, New Comic Day. And those magnificent 7 are made up of 4 comics and 3 trade paperbacks. Now, that's every week here at the store, so be sure to stop down and save 40% off 7 of the hottest new titles that are going to ship this week.
It's time again for comic reviews with Sweet Talking Dan. Okay.
Rest assured that I was on the internet within minutes, registering my disgust throughout the world.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for
Sweet Talking with Sweet Dan Sweet and Comic Book Man in the video outhouse.
You betcha. And of course, as always, the video outhouse is coming to you from Alternate Reality, located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone, including folks like you. And you'll find these books down there. And today's show is a theme show, and it's Marvel Retcon Origins. And what's the retcon part? Well, we're doing 2 books, Avengers the Origin and Captain America Black Panther Flags of Our Fathers, both of which are period pieces, but both of which introduce new material to the existing canon. Which one do you want to go with first, sir?
What's on top?
What's on top? Cap and Black Panther.
All right, here's the deal with Cap and Black Panther. Reggie Hudlin.
Yes.
All right. Wrote the Black Panther relaunch not too long ago.
Yes, he did.
Alluded to a brief meeting between T'Challa's father, T'Chaka, the preceding Panther, and Captain America back in World War II.
That was in the first issue of his relaunch.
Panther #1.
A couple of panels in there. It was a really cool part of that story because it tied him right in with Marvel continuity, but not contemporary, back in World War II, which gave the character some history.
This is that story. All right? So, I've been waiting for this and anticipating it more than I have been the new Black Panther stuff that they've been doing. Okay. With the exception of Do More, which is awesome, and you should be reading that too. Here's the deal. This is about the Howling Commandos. Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos. And Hudlin manages to focus in on the one black soldier that was included amongst the Howling Commandos back in the day. Gabe. What goes on is, through Gabe's eyes, you kind of witness the introduction of Captain America to the war. And then, after the first initial contact with Nazis in Germany, they shoot over to Africa, where the Nazis are trying to steal the vibranium from Wakanda, because that's what everybody tries to do when they go to Wakanda. You know what I mean? There's not like scenic beaches.
Well, they
just steal vibranium.
They sort of established that in that very first issue that Hudlin did. Was that you have all these European powers coming down to Africa and raping and pillaging and taking all of Africa's natural resources, with the exception of which country?
Wakanda.
You don't go to Wakanda.
You don't mess with them.
You don't mess with them. Do whatever you want with the rest of the continent.
And to prove that point, the Nazis that originally stormed Wakanda and tried to take the vibranium, they end up as heads on pikes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hardcore. So when Captain America shows up, him and the Black Panther sort of have this dialogue back and forth where Panther kind of says, you know, dude, you're going to be a big deal to your country kind of like I am here, but get the hell out of here. Now.
This is a very young, green Captain America who just recently got the costume and is out trying to fight the good fight, but he's not the Cap that we know who's had like 50, 60 years worth of experience.
He gets his ass kicked real bad, and then the Howling Commandos get ambushed by a bunch of Wakandan soldiers, and things don't look good. But you have to remember that the Black Panther is king of a people, and he's only protecting his people, but he's really a cool dude, you know what I mean? He's smart, and he's not out to do anything to anybody as long as you're not trying to do anything to his people. So, I think this is going to turn into a really cool book, because at the end the Red Skull shows up and he says, you know, we're going to Wakanda and we're going to kill all those guys.
It's Red Skull.
It's Red Skull versus original Black Panther and green Captain America. This book is awesome. Reggie Hudlin, the artist Dennis Cohen.
He's been around for a while.
Phenomenal art. It fits the book perfectly. I wanna compare him to like Joe Kubert. You know, his art on this looked to me similar to what Kubert did with Sergeant Rock in Wednesday Comics. Scratchy lines and stuff like that.
Cowan, for those of you who are not familiar with him, his pedigree goes all the way back to the Question series back in the mid-'80s, early '90s that Denny O'Neil wrote over at DC. Probably earlier than that. I believe he did some stuff over at Milestone too. I could be wrong about that. But Dennis Cowan has been around in comics for a long time. Hasn't got nearly enough work Okay, and it's nice to see him back doing something. He's a really good artist.
Really good project too. So this is a really, really good story that doesn't alter continuity really as much as it sort of adds to it. You know what I mean?
Which is the point behind a continuity. I'm sorry, I said retcon at the beginning.
Yeah.
I meant continuity
What is that?
implant.
Okay.
Continuity implant, which is what this is. A continuity implant. Another continuity implant.
Yes.
Is Avengers: The Origin #1.
Yeah.
Now this is the 4th series, I believe, that Mr. Casey has done, going back to the early days of the Avengers and fleshing out some of the storyline. So what's up with this one?
I love Joe Casey. I think he's great. He's one of my favorite writers. I'm not too up to date on everything that he's done with the Avengers before. A lot of those series came out and were kind of under the radar for a while.
Well, he did 3 Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Correct. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He did 3 of them. First one took place in this period, which is surprising me that he's going back to it. Took place in this period, retelling this team. They're retelling some of those stories. Second miniseries was the second team, the Cap, the Quicksilver, the Hawkeye, the Scarlet Witch team. Third series was that whole Yellow Jacket marrying Janet Van Dyne and the introduction of the Vision storyline that happened in around Avengers 60, 62, 63, 64. Now he's going back on this 4th one. He's going back
all
to
the
the
way
first
to the
run.
beginning.
Yeah.
All the way to the beginning, to
So
the very first meeting.
So what's up with this one?
This book is cool.
Okay.
You got to give it a couple of nods, passes, I should say, because they're trying to update it for a new audience because they're going to do a movie, I hear.
Well, there's an Avengers movie coming. I don't think it'll be these Avengers.
No, it's not going to be
Avengers
these
movie
Avengers. But they're definitely setting it in a contemporary time. People are on cell phones, and Rick Jones is hacking the net, trying to get some cover for his boy Hulk, who's being toyed with by Loki. Loki also then manipulates Iron Man and Thor and the Ant-Man and the Wasp. You know, just the way that the heroes originally come together by Loki's problems.
So with what you just said, that would actually make this a retcon story, while this is a continuity implant story.
Right.
Because they're taking the original canon and they're updating it, tweaking this and that and the other thing, keeping the original story, but changing it and updating it a little bit just to keep it contemporary.
And I like it. And I don't know why I like it, because it doesn't really need to be done.
Yeah.
But it's drawn by Phil Noto, and it's written by Joe Casey, and I feel dirty because I enjoy it, and yet... And
oh, you tramp!
It's just... No, seriously. At the end of the book, it's Rick Jones and his friends are holding guns on Iron Man and Thor, and you're just like, what the heck is going to come from that?
Oh, I think Rick Jones is going to get spanked.
Exactly. So, I mean, there's certain things that feel wrong about it, and yet it's wrapped up in this pretty little package.
Yeah.
Phil Noto is so good, dude. So good. I love Phil Noto and his art beyond most other illustrators in comics right now. I can look at anything he draws and I'll enjoy it. But this just feels so unnecessary. You know what I mean? It feels like they're just capitalizing on a lot of the movie stuff, which you can't blame them, but there are people that enjoy the stories about the classic Avengers.
Well, there is something to be said for yet another Avengers book on the rack.
Another one. You know what I mean? So, it's a miniseries, it's 5 issues. I'm going to be honest, go with Cap and Black Panther. Okay. It's 4 issues, and it is awesome. Okay, so stop off at the store's website and read his reviews on these 2 books if you want to read more about it, and the store's website is at
www.myalternatereality.com.
Read Dan's reviews on the store's website. Stop off at the store, pick these books up. Remember, I said this is an continuity implant, and this is a retcon. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man, and this is Sweet Dan Sweet. Getting our terms straight. Thanks, Professor. Bye. Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.